morning, good morning, good morning. It's a beautiful morning. It's a beautiful day. Let's see. Happy birthday
to you.
To you.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Happy birthday, dear Donnie. Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
Ah!
I got you.
You got your candles, didn't you? I already got those ones.
Thank you, Laura. You're going to fall over in a minute because you're going to faint. All right. Boy, there's a lot to go over today, and there's a lot of excitement in the air for me. I know that, all of us. All right, first of all, before we get into a few things, let me make a few announcements. Let's go, first of all, with, let's see. Well, let's welcome the new agents. Let's do that first. We have, believe it or not, guys, every week I think I can't believe it, but 26 people joined us in the last 2 weeks. 26 people. That's something.
Way to go.
And then we had 23 last week, so that's 49 agents in the last month have joined us. That I just can't get over that. That's so exciting. And again, most every one of them came from you folks. So if you're in the room, say hi so we can see you. Here we are. Let's go. Ready? Jocelyn Lazo from NBI Realty. Mary Connie from Fairfax Realty, John Corella from Long and Foster. We'll talk more about that in a minute. That's a huge one right there. That's exactly right. John Corella from Long and Foster. Is that Julio or Julio? Julio. So I think Julio Adrobo from Keller Williams. Alexis Larson is a new realtor. Angela Lucas from Fairfax Realty. Stacy Ziba from Long and Foster. Yeah, all right. Good to see you, Stacy. Very good to see you. Yeah. Woo! We got the Long and Fosters and the Weikerts. They're going back with each other. That's all right. Way to go, guys. That's big. Annie Chan from Independent Realty. Roy Stevens from Weichert. Yeah, there you go. There's the Weichert crowd. Yusur Al-Mukhtar from Long and Foster. Stephen Lee from Borda Realty. Barry Murphy from S&H Realty and Associates. Kathleen O'Donnell from Long and Foster. There you go, LNFs. Luisa Zambrano from Coldwell Banker. Agnes Wong from Maverick Real Estate. Ebony Jones from Taylor Properties. Chanandras Jasula from inactive to active. Ramkumar Rakkumalu is a new realtor. Sean Barber is new. David Rios from Pearson Smith. Charles Truxton from EXP Realty. Kamalita Turner, what a pretty name. Kamalita Turner from EXP Realty. Cherry Ung from Keller Williams. Anuj Kapadia is a new agent. Rocky Piper. Rocky. Donnie, that was your middle name. My name's Donnie Rockwell because I like Rocky a lot.
Yeah.
There you go. There's a Rocky right there. Rocky.
I should go by Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky, man. Rocky
People
Piper.
wouldn't mess up the Danny Donnie thing all the time.
That's right. Maybe that was the intention. I don't know. But anyway, Rocky Piper is inactive to active, and Tony Stallings is a new agent with the company. 26 new realtors in the last 2 weeks. Thank you.
Woo, yeah.
And 11 of them are Cardinal Club. 11 Cardinal Club realtors.
No.
Oh, did you just join us in the last 2 weeks, Mimi? And you just joined today? Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. I got to make sure I'll get you on there for the next meeting, so I make sure I announce it like proper. I'm sorry about that. I don't know how you slip. That's 27 new realtors.
That's right. And we got Kathy O'Donnell in the house.
Where's Kathy?
There she is.
Good to see you, Kathy. Thank you. Good to see you. Oh, good. Did I not have Kathy either?
No, you did.
I did. Okay, good.
You were just pointing her out.
Good. Okay. I'll make sure I get it next week on there too. All right, good. So that's great. 27 new realtors in the last 2 weeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, while we're reading names off, these are the folks that did settlements at Cardinal Title Group. And I'm going to elaborate on this again in a minute, but I tell you, folks, we don't have this great, beautiful company and the festival and everything else without these people right here helping Cardinal Title, which helps us. So every one of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Ready, Pepper? Here we go, buddy.
I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Okay, Arslan Jamil, Abby Fitzsimmons, Ali D twice, Angel Wong, Anil Khanna, Anita Bediako, Anmol Jakar, Arslan Jamil twice, Arturo Ruiz, Arturo Salemi twice, Bassam Hamande, Ben Bernstein, Berna Petri twice, Berta Vasquez twice, Billy Sampson, Billy Thompson, Bo Choi, Bobby Chahal, Carlo Washington, Carmen Carter-Howell twice, Carol McCarthy, Carolyn Jacobs, Casey Sampson 3 times.
Ooh, there you go, Casey.
Catalina Sanchez, Chandra Kakani, Chris DiNapoli, Dan Palmisano, David Hu, David Smith 3 times. Way to go, David. Dennis Presley twice, Deraje Gurma, Desiree Ruggelli, Diana Herezi, Duk Lam, Eileen Thomas, and Farid Aldafi.
Franklin Suarez, Gelamini, Jeannie Nguyen, Gerald Robinson, Jerry Fleming, Gregory Solera, Greg Solera, it's good to hear, Jack Jenkins, Jack Jawan, Jackie Frederick 2 times, James Wilkins 2 times, Jay Johnson, Jennifer Fong 2 times, John Nandy twice, John Gift twice, John Grant, Jung Han, Kara Custis, Kate Haldeman, Kathy Hessler, Katie Mudd, Kelly Sampson, Kelly Thomas 3 times. Kelly, way to go, Kelly. Kenneth Yu, Khalad Al-Hajbid, Kia Smith, Kim Schultz, Christine Price, LaMaurice Venny, Larry Bean 2 times, Latif Chandri, Lidio Vasquez, Lillian Hoyt, Lily Chang, Linda DeFleece, Lisa Barber, and Lisa Bonds.
Mai Trin Hun, Mandana Kudayer, Manzia Hayat, Manuel Espaillat, Marcia Goodman, Margaret Ireland twice, Maria Lightly 3 times.
Woo!
Way to go, Maria.
Woo-hoo!
Maria Solano twice, Mark Morris, Mary Lair, Matthew Law, Mike Dowling, Maury Efrak, Willigetta Bayan, Nadia Delawar, Michelle Jeter, Nikki Wilburn, Nora Alujanian.
Good job, Pep. You went all the way with it this time. How about that, Nora?
New rule.
It wasn't
New rule.
just like
He
five.
always gets Nora's sheet. New rule.
Owen Thomas, Pam Mooney,
He's been practicing that.
Patricia Johnson, Paul Noel Shritian, twice, Peggy Crescent, Priscilla Kim, Kina Dow, Rajwan Virk, that's Raj Virk, Ralph Johnson, Rick Mountjoy, twice, Rick Perry, Rita Rode, twice, Robert Rook, Ron Frazier, Russell Poach, Sergio Herrera, twice, Sherry Gant.
Sherry Gant,
Sherry Gant, the car winner.
She won the car.
She won the car, that's right. And she drove it right to settlement at the Cardinal Title Group. Sharon Choi.
Sheila Hawkins, Sheila Zelke, Sri Katragada, Stephen Schultz, Stephanie Brock, Stephanie Kim 2 times.
Boom.
Stephen Tangwa 2 times. Susan McClanahan, Susie Werges. I got to make sure I pronounce her name properly. Werges, I think I might did. Tammy Irby, Tanner Urel, Tatiana Arias, Tu Nguyen 2 times. 2, congratulations. Tony Rivas, Trisha M. Stutz, Troy Spinogle 2 times. Ved Sharma. Oh, look at this. This is the first 4 of the day. Vitkar Kusevich, 4 times.
Way to go, Victor.
Look, he was up on the stage the other day. He's looking for number 1 this year.
He's
isn't
trying.
he?
He's trying to look for that early
He
lead.
wants that number 1. You
Laura's
see that, Casey?
texting Larry right now. Victor's got us beat. We got to hurry up.
Yeah. Did you see that, Casey? Victor got 4 this time. Woo! And then Wagar Ahmed, William Wu, and Yisan Angudello. All right, that's everybody.
Go,
Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I don't know where to start. It's so many things, so many fun things to talk about. First of all, I guess in the last 2 weeks, and I want to ask you guys a question. You know, last meeting we had 143. Can you guys silence your phones, please? And remember, we have to speak into microphones because we're all videoing this, and everyone outside wants to hear it. So if you put your hand up, please, and we'll get a microphone right to you. But please, you can silence your phones too, if you will, if you don't mind. Now, but what I want to find out is, last week we had 143 new listings over 2 weeks. This last 2 weeks we had 164. And I noticed that Cardinal had picked up a little bit also over the August, September. Are you guys? Is there any? I mean, instead of it slowing down, it looks like it's actually picking up a little bit. Is anybody feeling the same thing? Feeling, because all of a sudden now we've got an extra listings on the board, and you'd think that the listings would start going down as we got away from the summer.
We had
but
164 new listings.
Yeah, we had 164 in the last 2 weeks, and then the last meeting we had 142. So we actually had more than 10% more than the last 2 weeks. So I just wonder, because I saw Cardinals numbers a little bit better. I'm thinking maybe the market actually is picking up a little bit. Certainly we got more on the market than we did, so I'm glad to hear that. Okay, let's go over then some classes and stuff.
So it's 10:15 now.
10:15 right now. Okay, what are we going to do right now?
That was the
Generosity
Samson
Cares?
They were going to call in.
Okay, all right, let's do that then. Sarah? Sarah, hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are
Wow,
you?
that's loud. I'm good.
Good.
I'm hearing myself in
over here.
spades.
Come over here.
I'm finding out you're quite the rock star out there in this world. You know,
Today?
I really am. The realtors absolutely adore you, and everything you're
thank you.
doing, everything you're
Thank
doing
you,
is,
thank
just,
you.
is helping a lot of realtors in this company. I can't thank you enough.
Oh, thank you. I'm having fun.
And this is really important. What you
This
put
is
us
important.
in touch with right
This
here.
is important.
All right.
Leslie, have we got Ron? Okay.
Looks like we have him on your.
Awesome. Hi, Ron.
He can't hear us.
He can't hear us yet. All right. So who was at the festival? Hands. Awesome. Did you guys have a good time? Wasn't it awesome? It was so exciting. It was so exciting.
I'll get to it.
He's excited. He's dancing.
myself.
Don't fall off the chair. Like, we need no hospital runs. All right, so we announced a little bit at the festival. Leslie, can you turn me down just a hair because I'm hearing myself in, like, echo. Sorry. Thank you. That's better, maybe. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
No, now they can't hear me. Turn me up a
Can you
little bit
hear?
more.
Now they can't back there.
Okay, how's this? Testing, testing. Awesome. All right, so at the festival, we talked a little bit about Samson's next big adventure. So, charity, yes, our next big adventure. We are launching our first official philanthropic initiative within Samson Properties. And it's so exciting, and it's all because of your support of the company and Cardinal Title and First Heritage Mortgage that we are able to spend resources and time and effort and people, manpower, to be able to do this. And one of the things we chose was looking back at our communities, the same communities that we work in, live in, that support our businesses, of us being able to give back to those same communities. Because if we look right here inside of Fairfax County, we have 48,000 children that have no idea where their next meal is coming from. They are living below the poverty level, and their parents have no idea how they're going to feed their kids next. If you go next door into Loudoun County, which has been deemed the richest county in the U.S., in most of the U.S., we have 20,000 children, and that's just in our local footprint of a 5-mile drive. So one of the things we're looking at is partnering with Generosity Feeds. This is Ron on the screen. Hi, Ron. Can you hear me?
He can't hear you, so just let me know when you're ready for him.
Okay. He can't hear us yet. All right. So one of the things that they look at is 1 in 5 children in the United States is living below the poverty level and has no idea where their next meal is coming from. And that's devastating. It's devastating to us, to the communities. It's devastating to their self-esteem, to them being contributing members back to their society, to their families. So we've decided, since our communities are supporting us and helping us grow, that our family is going to feed their family. So we have partnered, Samson Cares, with Generosity Feeds, and this is Ron with Generosity Feeds. And we lost Ron, now we have Leslie. We have Leslie, but Ron is going to talk a little bit about Generosity Feeds, and then I'm going to tell you, after he talks for a few minutes, I'm going to tell you how you guys can get involved and help out as well.
Hold on 1 second, he disappeared.
I'll tell you what affected me. Scott Koval and them did a tournament, and they were doing it on behalf of Generosity Feeds. And I watched his thing for 10 or 15 minutes, him talk. And when he started talking about how kids were acting up on Friday because they didn't know how they were going to eat on Saturday and Sunday, because when they go to school, they had a meal. But then on Friday, they got really nervous, and they were bad in class and all this. And they finally figured out it's because these kids didn't know how they were going to eat on Saturday and Sunday. And they had some kids getting D's and F's so they could go to summer school and make sure they got food all during summer school.
How's that?
I mean, there was a lot of ways these kids were, and I just couldn't even imagine, you have enough to think about when you're a little kid, and now you're thinking about, oh my God, I gotta flunk this class so I can go to summer school so I can get fed every morning. I mean, it's just a lot of us, it never even entered our mind growing up, and that really kind of affected me. So I saw
Here's
this
Ron.
presentation. Good to see you, sir.
Okay, so Rod
You
can't hear
can't-
us.
okay.
But I'm going to let him know when we're ready for him to
All right,
start.
we're ready. Go ahead.
We're ready.
start.
He can go.
Samson marketing team, I just with you today is an honor. I've loved the work that I've had the chance to do with Scott, Sarah, and Donnie over the last number of years. Is at a smaller scale, we feed hungry children around Northern Virginia who are struggling with hunger. And to be expanding that with you now is really exciting. And so first of all, I want to applaud you for joining the growing number of people and businesses around the country that are choosing to use their business as a platform for good. Now, when we talk about utilizing business as a platform for good, I want to clarify that, because a lot of people are asking, well, who can we serve? And what I've come to realize in my own journey, because I didn't always get it right, was that it's less about who we serve and asking a different question. Who are we going to serve with? Because when we talk about utilizing your business, utilizing your intellectual, your relational, and your financial capital as a force for good, we don't want to talk about addition. We want to talk about multiplication. How you're going to go about not just doing good, but inspiring other people to do it with you, so that your business has a ripple effect throughout your community. So as we talk for the next few minutes, I'm going to work to give you a picture of how your real estate business becomes a multiplying factor, or a multiplying force for good. Not where it's one-on-one, but where you're inspiring literally hundreds of other people to work with you as a force for good. Because ultimately, when that happens, our communities change, our families change, and ultimately our culture changes. So anyhow, let's dive in. In Northern Virginia, there are 60,000 children between Fairfax and Loudoun counties that struggle with hunger. Now, I can imagine that many of you right now are sitting at a point that you're going, wait a minute. These are the two wealthiest counties in America, and you're telling me that there are 60,000 children struggling with hunger. And the answer to that question is yes. For a child to be defined as struggling with hunger, it means that they are on the free and reduced lunch program. For a child to become part of that federal program, it means if it's a single mother, let's say, and an only child, that household is bringing in less than $29,000 a year. Now, for a moment, I just want you to strip away all the assets that you have. I want you to take away your car, your house, and imagine for a moment that you have to survive on $29,000 a year in one of the 2 wealthiest counties in America. How would your life change? How would your children's lives change? That is the reality that these 60,000 children are facing right now. This is what they're going to be facing this weekend. During the week, the school is feeding them breakfast, feeding them lunch. But when they go home tonight, many of them aren't going to know where their meal's coming from, if they're going to get one at all. And over the weekend, the situation gets even worse. So here's what we get to do together. We have the opportunity to address this issue, not one-on-one, but by mobilizing your vendors, your affiliates, your mortgage brokers, your inspectors, the people that are in your database that you've sold homes to or have worked with previously are hoping to work with. Mobilizing all of them to work with you to create 10,000 or more meals in less than 2 hours to feed local children struggling with hunger. You might be wondering, okay, so how does it work to create 10,000, 20,000, or 30,000 meals in less than 2 hours? Well, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through a food creation process where you're going to be putting together a recipe. It's a dried meal, black beans and rice meal, black beans and rice. The reason that we've gone with this meal is because it is the most ethnically diverse meal that Americans eat. It's why Chipotle has done so well, and more importantly, it's a healthy and tasty solution to child hunger right inside Northern Virginia. So we're going to be putting these together. After our time together here, I've asked Leslie to send you a video so that you can see this process in action and see the opportunity that you're going to have to be part of this. So we're going to be putting together 10 to 30,000 meals in less than 2 hours. But this isn't about you doing it alone. This is about you creating the multiplying factor that you begin to your force for good becomes a multiplier by inviting the larger community into the story with you. And so even as you begin exploring this, begin exploring it from the standpoint of who are the clients that you have? Who's the database that you send your newsletters to on an ongoing basis? Invite them to come serve with you. That just helps you build their relationship with you. They want to serve. Give them the opportunity. Same thing with your mortgage lenders and your inspectors and your contractors. Invite them to be part of the story with you. Again, it's building your relationship. So why do we choose to use business as a platform for good? Well, it's very simple. We do it because it's the right thing. You're joining the growing number of businesses that are waking up and going, wait a minute, we should be doing this because it's the right thing to do. And I want to applaud you for that, but it doesn't end there. The reality is, on the backside of this, it's also just good for business. It's just flat out good for business. There's a real estate agent that we have worked with for many years, and she came to us and said, listen, when we're doing our next Generosity Feeds event, I want to do it in a market area that I'm not in yet. So she planted the Generosity Feeds event at a local school in this new market area that she was seeking to develop. She had over 350 volunteers from the community, from the school, other businesses, her vendors, her affiliates, clients that she was working with participate in this event. They created 20,000 meals in less than 2 hours. About 3 months later, she sent out some team members into the surrounding neighborhoods to develop the market. When one of those team members went to a certain door and knocked, the person opened the door. Of course, the real estate agent answered who they were with, and the person said, "I know you." To which the real estate agent went, "How do you know me?" And the woman said this: She said, 3 months ago, my family and I were at your Generosity Feeds event. And yes, we're looking to sell our house within the next, putting it on the market in the next 4 to 6 weeks, and we want to work with you. When I circled back around with the real estate agent on this particular story, I said, so how much money did you make on that house? And she goes, $17,000. And so while we do this, we allow our business to be a force for good because it's the right thing to do. The reality is, on the backside, it's also good for business because people want to do good with us. And you're simply sharing with them a value that you both hold to clearly. And that's the value of service and generosity. I want to share with you the letter that this real estate agent then later received. Because again, it wasn't just about addition. It wasn't about who she was going to serve. It was about who she got to serve with. And so I'm going to disappear from the video real quick. You may be able to see this letter. You may not. I'm not sure. But the letter reads this. Dear Lauren, thank you for the Generosity Feeds food. When it was Friday, my mom and dad did not have food when I got home from school. When I opened my backpack, I found 2 packs of food we helped make at your Generosity Feeds event. That's how I knew it was you. This is the opportunity that you have to make in a child's life. What we have found at Generosity Feeds events is that there will be multimillionaires at your event standing right next to a child and perhaps that child's mom that are going to be receiving food in the next few weeks. And this is the difference you get to make with your clients, with your vendors, and just family and friends. So I want to say thank you for your partnership with Generosity Feeds, the difference that you're making with us, but not just the difference of addition, feeding one child, but what you're going to be doing to inspire others to make a difference with you and to be a force for good with you. So thank you for your time. Leslie, perhaps you can go ahead and send out that video and share that with the team. This is going to give you a great picture of what you're going to be participating in and the difference that you're going to be making. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Rob.
you.
Thank you. All right, so how is this going to work? Anybody that wants to participate, this is not mandatory. This is optional on your behalf. You get to choose. If you want to participate, you have several different ways you can. Number 1, we have commission deduction forms here. If you'd like to take one, you can. It will allow you to make a choice. If you want to contribute out of your commissions, they will come out of the commissions before you ever see the check. That's a lot better, right? It's a lot better. It's a lot better. So here's the thing. You have options. $30 feeds one child every weekend for 1 month. $30. $90 feeds one child 3 meals a day for 1 month. $364 to feed one child every weekend for a year. $1,095 feeds one child 3 meals a day for 1 year, or a deduction of your choice right in your amount. Okay? This will come straight off of your commission before, if you choose to participate, straight off of your commission before you get your check. Now, secondarily, if you want to make a one-time donation and you don't want to do it off of every commission, you can do that. I just don't have the ability to do it right now. They are going to open us up a backside portal that you can then go on and make that contribution, but that's probably a month out. As we have these events.
That'll just be a link that we'll send out at that point. So
Yes,
you log
we'll
into
send
the
that
Samson
link.
page and it would go towards our event.
So that's a one-time that'll go towards the event. With Samson Cares, we are going to amass these deductions, and I want to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to Deb Gorham. I don't know how you got a hold of this form because I just created it yesterday or the day before, but she has already made a very generous donation out of her commission on each to accounting. which then freaked Rima out because she didn't know what we were doing. So I said, oh, that's great. How did she get that? But thank you so much for being the first one to step up and throw in, Deb. Thank you. So as these deals are sold, in Deb's case, as she closes a deal, that money will go into our Samson Cares pot. As we hit about $18,000 to $20,000, we will start planning our first event. We will publicize it widely so that anyone that wants to participate and contribute can. Our first one will be in here in Chantilly, and then we are going to rotate our events out to our markets that we serve. So each event will be held in a different location.
An event, you mean that's where we put the food together?
That's where we put the food
We come
together.
out to a school. It's a big gym. It's 2 hours. They normally set up Friday night. I've done a few of these. Friday night we set up, and we'll arm all of us together. And then Saturday morning, the great part is we all get to serve together, and we'll reach out to the community around us as well. But
Invite
we get
your
to
clients.
serve together. We come. They say 2 hours. Really, it's 10 to. I mean, you're done by 11:15, 11:30. But you all serve together. You roll up your sleeves, pack all the stuff, and
We'll
it's really
pack
an
20
awesome. It's fun. They keep music going. It's a great atmosphere, and it's. You can bring your kids. I've brought my kids to 2 or 3 of them, and it's really just an awesome thing to do. It's
So
fun.
$20,000 will feed 20,000 meals. 20,000 meals. That's huge, and we can do it in a couple hours. So if you choose to participate either by contribution, deduction commission, or you choose to help us in the packaging of the meals, we have a very special logo, the Samson Cares logo, that you then can use on all of your marketing materials. So that you will then get people asking you, well, tell me about Samson Cares. And then you can tell them a little bit about Generosity Feeds. And when you tell them a little bit about Generosity Feeds, like Deb can now say, I'm a Samson Cares agent. And when someone says, what does that mean? She'll say a portion of my commission, every single commission that I earn, goes back to our community to feed those that need help.
Beautiful.
Any
wonderful,
questions?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Any
Great
questions?
job.
Awesome. Well,
All
we look
right, all
forward to
right,
doing
all
this.
right.
Thank
Way to
you
go,
guys.
guys.
So much.
Way to go, way to go. Great job, Sarah and Donnie. Great job, guys. Thank you. All right, let me get back. There are some announcements I want to make before I get moving on. First of all, to bring you up to date on our locations, Gainesville looks like March 1, I think, is when we'll be moving into our big new Gainesville location out there. That's great. Just got the floor plan, so we're going to work on that now. Leesburg, they've been delayed a little bit. They're looking at probably the end of December, January 1 probably.
Yes.
When Leesburg will deliver. We got a couple of month extension in the Lansdowne office, so we'll be there probably through the end of the year and then move into Leesburg January 1. Bowie is around the same date. I haven't got a good fix on Bowie yet. The lease is signed and it's ratified, so everybody's excited about that. But it looks like around January 1, I think, before they'll be able to deliver us our space there also. Big announcement. You guys heard me read off a name, John Corello, who's been with L&F for decades. And we had an opportunity. He came to us. John's not in the room, is he? I didn't see him. John has had a wonderful office, a Long and Foster office at Lake Ann in Reston. Small little office. It's got 2 nice work areas for him and another fellow by the name of John Hitchcock, who joined us yesterday also. So the 2 Johns are stationed in that office. They have a small office there that we're going to have 2 or 3 drop-in computers so people can go in and drop in and use it. And then there's a conference room also there that we can do settlements in. You can do meetings there. I think John's agreed to put a lockbox on the property, so if anybody wants to use Lake Anna, they can use Lake Ann. We do plan, we're looking right now for 5,000 to 10,000 square feet in Reston. Now that probably won't be for another 8 to 10 months because I've just signed a lease. I signed a lease on Lake Ann, so we've got that for at least a year. But as that winds down, then we're going to open up 5,000 or 10,000 square feet in Reston. So you'll see that happen probably within the next 8 to 10 months, a much bigger location in Reston. So here we come, Reston. We're in. And John has been around. I tell you, that's huge. That's very big. And speak to it, John made a very nice announcement on his Facebook because he has a tremendous respect for Wes Foster and what he's done in his career over 30-some years of real estate. He loves Long and Foster and all the rest of it. And it was a beautiful story that he wrote about his career there. He's a great man. I think every realtor in Reston knows John. He's very, very well regarded. Mike's known him for many years, worked on committees with John. He's a great man. You'll love him. He's going to really spearhead because he knows every realtor. In fact, you guys said when he put the story, what did you guys tell me when he put the story on Facebook?
Well, when he put a Facebook post saying he was leaving Long & Foster. I think he said he had 240 comments last I checked on it, and most of them were realtors, and so it seemed like he knew everybody.
How many friends did he have? You said he had.
I don't know, a lot.
I thought it was a huge amount of friends,
yeah,
hundreds and
15.
hundreds. Yeah, it was more.
close.
It was in the 1500s or
Sarah's
so.
got a lot of friends.
Yeah. So this is a very, very big event. This is going to really, this is going to hit Reston like a ton of bricks, and we're really excited about it. John's a big agent in Reston. Hopefully, in the next day or two, he'll come out with another story that says who he joined and all that. So we're really excited about that. We can start using that now. So you'll see an announcement come out, and John, we will put a lockbox somewhere on the property. So if you guys need to use it.
We'll add it as a location on the nest with all the details about it. Give me a couple days to get dropping computers and stuff and conference table in there so we can start scheduling stuff. But we're all systems go. It's just a matter of getting it set up and all. We just signed everything yesterday. So
very, very, very
super
excited about that. So
we're in Reston.
This is on our radar. This is what we are going to start doing, is going out and taking over. There's a lot of franchises, Remaxes, Kellers, all kinds of free franchises that are not doing so well right now, and we're going to go in there and make offers and take over some offices, and I think they're really going to appreciate it, and so are we. So this is going to be our new venture. This is our first one that we've actually gone in and not created our own new office, but we've actually gone in and we're going to change flags, and that's exciting for us. So that's a big event, and so that's on our radar. So you'll see more about that as time goes on. Big, big thing for us. Okay, a couple of events that are coming up that are really cool. Let's see, the first one is the NVAR convention is going to be October the 9th. We got that, the convention right there, October the 9th at Northern Virginia Community College in Annandale. We're going to have a really nice big booth there, big booth, so if you're there.
They're actually from NVAR here, I didn't realize. I didn't realize she had slipped in.
Hi, so I'm Gina Myers. I'm with NVAR. I will make this short and sweet. Has anybody heard of the NVAR convention before? Right? Yes? Yeah. Oh, good. Yay. Okay, that makes me happy. So I just want to tell you a few things real quick. We have some amazing speakers. We have some breakout sessions. We have some really cool new things that we're doing this year. So just the facts, first and foremost, it's going to be October 9th at the Northern Virginia Community College at the Annandale campus. It is going to be approximately 8:30 to 5:30. You don't need to stay the whole time. You can come and go as you please, but believe me, you'll want to stay the whole time because it is awesome. So the theme of this year is own your brand, inspire, connect, grow. So what does that mean? So owning your brand means you have the realtor brand, you have your brokerage brand, but you also have a personal brand. So what we have, everything that is happening at the NVR convention is all about owning your personal brand. So we're going to have some really cool stuff where all of the speakers there will actually talk about cultivating your brand and marketing ideas. And we have Kendra Hall. She is a professional storyteller and a professional entrepreneur that talks about owning your brand. And we also have Jared James. He's a realtor, and he's going to talk all about how to own your own brand. We also have an expanded marketplace going on. So we have over 100 exhibitors at the trade show. And we're doing this thing called pavilions this year. So a couple of exhibitors have collected together to make these bigger areas, more interactive displays, hands-on demonstrations, a lot of tech goodies if that's what you're into. And we're encouraging people to go to nvarconvention.com to go ahead and register. So that's nvarconvention.com. And you'll see some really cool stuff on our website. We've actually created a couple of promotional videos to showcase people who really truly own their brand. So check that out, and you'll be able to create some promotional videos at the convention if you want to do that too and have a own your brand convention. We also have free headshots too. So if you have any questions, nvarconvention.com. I will be here if you guys want to take some photos with our cool selfie station at the end of the meeting. So thank you so much, and we'll see you there.
Great, thank you. All right, so we got two conventions back to back. We got on the 9th, the NVAR convention. Then in the same week on the 11th, we got the Prince William Association convention, and that's at the Harborview in Woodbridge. We got address. We'll send out more information on all that in the meeting notes, exactly where that is. But we have great booths at both conventions. I'll be at both of them. It's going to be a great day of recruiting. I tell you, the one we did at G-Card was fabulous. And I hope to see all of our realtors there, and you'll join us and help talk. Because really what happens is when the realtors joined us at our booth, you're the ones that know all the realtors walking around. So it really helped us. It was a great party. And what we're doing now is we're not going to get a little booth anymore. We're putting together big booths. We're putting 6 or 7 booths. In this case, 4 booths together in one. So we want to start having a huge presence at these conventions. We're going to be the biggest booths in the conventions now. And that's the kind of footprint we're going to put at these things, and I can't wait. And in fact, they redesigned them all. They took my designs and threw them out the window because this 1980s look is no longer.
He's really upset about the trees.
No,
Sarah and
no,
Leslie
no,
talked
I'm
him
not.
out of.
No, I'm glad. They're giving us a makeover. We're gonna look new and young and hip.
There you go.
All right, so we got those 2 conventions.
With our typesetters.
And the idea, one of the things that we're doing is at the conventions, we're promoting the lunch and learns because we're going to have lunch and learns the next week at all the locations. For instance, Friday the 12th, we got a lunch and learn at First Heritage Mortgage at 11:30. Yes, First Heritage, October the 12th. Friday, we're going to do a lunch and learn there. So that's Friday, October 12th. Then we got another one Thursday, October the 18th at the Prince William Chamber of Commerce. So the Prince William Chamber of Commerce, Thursday, October 18th. And then Friday, October 19th, the Prince William Association of Realtors headquarters. So we have 2 of them in Prince William County because it's such a big county. We had to go to opposite ends to do seminars. So we got 3 different lunch and learns going on, one on the 12th, the 18th, and the 19th. So if you have anybody that's interested in joining the company, or if you're at the convention and you're talking to people that you know, just invite them to the lunch and learns. That's what's really going to be cool, okay? So that's what we're trying to do at the conventions and get people to come to the lunch and learns. It worked great at G-Car. We got a lot of people that came to the lunch and learn. So we got those going on. Let's see. What other classes? Is there anything else I'm supposed to announce on the class spectrum, Donnie? What else you see? Oh, you got a Remind training session.
Remind tomorrow here from 11 to 12. You don't have to sign up. Show up and our Remind trainer will be here. We'll be able to teach you all about that. Friday, Mac's going to do a new class on YouTube workshop. So I think YouTube and video is the way of the world. You know, I know we've done a lot of stuff on Facebook and Instagram and taught you a lot of different things. So he's going to do a whole YouTube workshop, and that's here, Chantilly, 11 to 12 on Friday. And we're definitely going to put that on tape for all those that I'm sure are asking on Facebook right now. Are you going to tape it? Yes, we'll tape the YouTube workshop, and that'll be up on the Nest probably by Monday or Tuesday if it's on Friday. So we've got the YouTube workshop on Friday with Mac.
Great, good. And what else you got?
We're not going to have orientation today. Our next one will be after the 17th meeting. We're gonna move to 1 a month at this point. All the orientation videos I showed everybody last time are on the Nest, so you can watch some of those. We've got Karen Morgan doing a residential sales contract on the 13th. Liz in Chantilly is going to teach in 2 weeks on the 16th, renovation loans.
So Liz McElroy is going to do renovation loans.
Back there.
Tuesday the 16th at 12 o'clock here in Chantilly.
Sign up is required, and all these links will be, in our notes and on our calendar. And then, is there one more slide, Leslie? That was it. Okay, and then the other class that was the 20th. Is that yours? The 25th. So the other class I want to mention, and it'll be in the notes, and you'll see more about it. But Sarah emailed about it. Is October 25th here. Sarah, with the help of Phil Denfield, will do a business planning seminar, which I would highly encourage you to get into. This is the kind of year as is it up there?
No, it's nice.
Oh, it's another one. So as October runs down and we get into November and December, it's really a good time to assess your business, what went well, what didn't go well, plan for next year, set those goals, start those things in motion as we get to the slower time of the year here where you've got some time to organize your thoughts. So it's always a great time, October, November, to do those business planning seminars and really think about what it is that you want out of your business for the next year and coming up. So Sarah and Phil will teach a great class on that October 25th. That's what you said? 10 o'clock here, October 25th. And we'll have more information, coming out online about that. But I want to put that on everybody's radar because, I'm going to be there, because it's going to be awesome.
That's going to be a good one right there,
and
too,
then this
coming
one,
up.
too, behind us. Christina Daves all about PR. For those of you that know, she's great. She's taught classes here, and we had a whole training session that a lot of you took probably almost 2 years ago now. But she'll be here giving a free seminar 10 to 12 on Monday the 22nd. There is an RSVP link. It went out in last notes. It'll go out in this one. But RSVP, I think 123 Junk's going to provide lunch too afterwards. But it's great. It's worth your time. You'll learn a lot about promoting yourself, promoting your business, getting out there publicly. Give you a lot of great tips on what to do. And, you know, we've always said, and, you know, if you can do one of these things, yeah, a lot of it's going to be overwhelming. I can't do all this. But if you can sit through a great class, learn lots of things, and implement 1 or 2 or 3 things that really help jumpstart your business and get you thinking about how you can promote yourself better, you're gonna make a lot more money, do a lot more deals, and it's going to be beneficial for anybody in that room.
That's going to be a great class. Christina's really good. She knows her PR. She knows her PR.
A lot of good stuff coming up here in October, and we'll have more details obviously on the Nest. You can always click calendar or check the meeting notes for more info on all these.
Now, how'd you like the festival? Yeah. Did that go all right? Was that good? That was a lot of fun. All right, that was so much fun. But first, Leslie's put together a couple of videos here on the festival, so I would like...
2009, he had a vision to change the plan for our company and how it was going to grow. And we had this great plan for the future. We wanted to create a realtor-friendly company, and I'm not sure that that vision ever ended like this, though. Part of that vision, and that part of that vision that's grown more and more every month and every week, has been to create the best company you can for realtors.
Well, you guys make this possible, all of you. So I want to thank you very much, because we wouldn't be here without the realtors. Every one of you out there took a chance. You left your big company and you took a chance on me and this little company we had. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because you all really left your big companies and came over and joined this company. I just can't thank you enough for taking a chance on me and on this company and this family. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for you guys and Danny, Samson, and this whole place is just a wonderful thing.
I do feel the love of this company and all the agents and the families. I've never seen anything like this before.
The camaraderie of meeting the agents that I've done open houses for and just connecting with the agents. I've been with the company, I don't know, but I know when I started, it was only one office.
I am having a blast. I've been with the company for 6 months. I've been in the business 24 years, and this is phenomenal. Nothing's like it. It just makes so much sense for any agent. Talk about giver's game. It's a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Boy, that is, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. That, I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't
We
play
should
those.
never let him play that one in front of everyone.
Man. Thank you all so much. That was so beautiful. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. That was so nice. It was such a wonderful day, wasn't it? It was just a great day to see everybody out with their families having a good time and relaxing. And I can't wait to do it every year. We're going to make it bigger and better every year, and I just thank you all for coming. Now, you know, one thing that happened, one of the agents had said to me, they overheard somebody say, "Why do we have to use this cardinal? What's up with that?" Well, that's my fault. I guess I didn't. There was a lot of things I wanted to say at the festival in my speech, and I blew it. I really did. I blew it because, you know, I felt we were covering so many things. I knew everybody wanted to get to the raffle. I kind of hurried myself a little too much. But I felt that was my mistake for not explaining properly the circle. I mean, the reason we use cardinal, as we all know, is, I mean, cardinal helps this whole thing. They help Samson. It allows me to do 100% commission. It allows me to have 6 trainers around here to help everybody. Everything you see that goes on in this company is a result of Cardinal Title. That's it, for obvious reasons. I mean, 700 of our 2,000 realtors are in the Cardinal Club. Well, then they're not paying the $495, so we're just getting $295. So obviously the money has to come from somewhere else. And that's how this company is driven. So I've always just thanked everybody for their business, but I am now asking you that we do need your help at Cardinal as much as you can. I'd appreciate it. You know, you have to hire a great staff. I mean, these people are all 80, 100, 120,000. We have a huge staff of very, very veteran processors. And you got to bulk it up for the summer, but then when you go into the fall and winter, you know, it's like you got too much staff. So I do need your help, especially during the winter seasons and bless you, during the off season. So please help me if you can. Help us if you can at Cardinal. I'd appreciate it. Even if you can't bring all of your business, if you could bring some of your business, I'd really, really appreciate it. And so would we, because we're going to keep making this company stronger and stronger and stronger every year, and it's because of your help in this whole situation. So thank you very much. First Heritage Mortgage is a big player with us too. So boy, anything you could do for Cardinal Title and First Heritage is greatly appreciated. So thank you guys very much. You made that whole festival possible. So thank you very, very much, everybody. Thank you. Well, speaking of First Heritage, anybody at First Heritage? Jerry Berry, I see you guys over there. Who's up? We got, hey Liz. Hey Liz, how are you, Liz? Good. Sorry we held off a long time before we got you here today, but good to see you, Liz.
How are you doing?
You're a lot better looking than that Jerry guy anyway.
Well, thanks. Compare me to Jerry. But I did want to start off and thank you for making us a part of your family and having us such a big part of the Fall Festival. We all loved it. We loved bringing our families there, and you all including us in that. So it's huge to us.
You helped
we do
out
appreciate
a lot.
it.
You guys helped out. You're a big contributor. In fact, the only contributor. I didn't run around.
Gee.
You're the big contributor. So thank First Heritage very much for that. That was a big, they really did.
I did also want to bring up that, well, by the way, my name is Liz McElroy. I'm with First Heritage Mortgage. I am here in Chantilly. Just want to remind everyone, we do have someone in the office here in Chantilly Monday through Friday. Our phone numbers are up by the front door. In the majority of the offices, we do have folks there in the offices, but we're always available. We're up on the Nest. You can find us anywhere. I did want to say in reference to NVAR, we are participating for the 2nd year in a row this year.
Oh, good.
So we're so glad you guys are going to be there. So yay! We'll see you guys.
Yeah.
I'll be there setting up Monday night. So woohoo! There are a couple things. Jeffrey last week did touch on a great 24-month or 12-month bank statement loan for self-employed borrowers. I do want you guys to remember that. It's for folks who are not utilizing their tax returns to report their income.
Like
hey,
realtors.
Look, we're not the IRS.
I mean, we all try and write off everything we can. You know.
Exactly. And all we need are the bank statements to review. So keep that in the back of your mind when you have a client who says, hey, look, I do have a great business, but I'm not putting everything on my tax returns. All we need to see is the bank statements to see if maybe we can possibly do a loan for them and facilitate a transaction for your client.
Nice.
And then there's also a 1-year self-employed. 1 year tax returns self-employed. So we haven't talked about that. And depending on the credit score and their debt-to-income ratio, 5%, 10% down. Now, you're not getting traditional rates, of course. You do have to pay a little bit more for something when you're outside of the box. Remember that. but this facilitates and gets your client in the door, which is the main thing. They want to buy now, let's get them in. Give us a call.
How long do you think they need to season that before they could refinance down to a lower rate?
There are no prepayment penalties.
Okay,
So as soon as they've got the 2-year tax returns, we'll refinance them out of that loan.
good.
So just want to make sure you all know the one thing we want to just emphasize with you all, we're here to be your partners, not just doing loans for your clients, but giving us a call if you have questions. Just give us a call. We're happy to help. We want to be your complete partner in everything you do, even transactions we're not involved with. Okay?
Good.
All right. Does anybody have any
Liz.
questions?
Any questions to the lender? All right. All right, Liz.
All right,
Hot
thanks,
dog.
guys.
Thank you, Liz. What time you got, babe? What time you got? Remind. Every time I get into talking about Remind, I'd always love to see is anything coming from that. Is anybody into Remind? Is anybody using it or gotten business out of it? Anybody? No? Really? I thought we'd use more of it. No? Okay. There you go, Pat. There's our answer.
Now, there's training tomorrow. We have a bunch of people subscribed, but I'm not sure how many people are following through with it and doing a great job with it, but there is another training tomorrow.
And it is something that takes time in order to get it. Okay.
Carrie's back there if you wanted to bring her
Where's
up.
Carrie? We got Carrie. Hi, Carrie. You got a quick minute? Great. Thank you. Thank you. You guys know Carrie Lindsay, the president of Cardinal Title. Good to see you, Carrie. Good to see you.
So I'm going to embarrass Carrie real quick as she's walking up. But so John Carello gets here yesterday and signs up and starts the whole Reston location. He's waiting in the lobby, looks down and sees a card for our president and settlement attorney, and looks down and goes, he walks up to Danny and I with the card and goes, this is my single favorite settlement attorney of all time. Carrie Lindsay works here.
Aww.
So
yes,
we were like, every day we get reminded
big.
about
That
our
was
great
big.
decision to bring you
Yeah,
over.
that's right,
So-
Carrie. That's right.
Thank you.
That's always good to hear.
Thank you. Well, I love fall. And one of the things we have happen in the fall is courthouse closings. So the courthouse is going to be closed Monday for Columbus Day and then a few days in November. So I just wanted to make sure everybody's aware. We, Cardinal, are going to be open, but the courthouse is going to be closed. So what that means for you is if you have a closing, nothing is really going to happen on Monday with that closing. So if you close Friday afternoon, nothing's really going to happen until Tuesday since the courthouse is closed on Monday. So for example, your seller's loan's not going to be paid off. Everything's going to be delayed since the courthouse is closed. And we have that happen quite a bit in November for Veterans Day on November 12th, and then for Thanksgiving. The courthouse will close on Wednesday before Thanksgiving at noon, and then be closed on Thursday and Friday. So if you have somebody who wants to get in their new home to celebrate Thanksgiving, I would suggest that they close on Friday, November 16th, or Monday, November 19th. Not risk getting closed Tuesday or Wednesday morning, but I would say the Friday before and the Monday of that week would be the last safe days for them to close.
Good point.
And same thing, just being careful if you have somebody who has Veterans Day off and wants to move and show their property off that weekend, I would say close on November 8th, that Thursday, just to be sure, or the morning of the 9th, just to avoid those holidays and avoid sellers getting their funds dispersed and all that kind of stuff. And if you have a split settlement and somebody else is dispersing the commission, same thing. The buyer's title company won't be able to disperse commission until they're on record. So just some things to keep in mind about the courthouse being closed. They'll also be closed around the holidays, around Christmas. I think Christmas is on a Tuesday, so they'll probably be closed at least Monday and Tuesday. And then they're closed on December 31st as well. So we do have a lot of that coming up, just something to be aware of. If you have a closing this Friday late in the day, nothing will probably happen until Tuesday since the courthouse is closed Monday for Columbus Day.
Good point. Good thing to keep in mind.
Okay. Yeah,
Good
just keep
idea.
that in mind. But if you have questions about the dates, just let me know. I can help you figure out the dates.
Reach out for questions about dispersing and money and all that, but it's great to manage clients' expectations because there's nothing worse than somebody closing on, what if they close Thursday afternoon? Well, if somehow it didn't get recorded Friday, all of a sudden people are sitting around Tuesday, where's my money? Well, just to properly prepare them ahead of time what things could happen with how late, because it might not be here. It might be somewhere else that the buyer's closing or the seller's closing, so just be prepared for that on both ends.
Yeah, and I have a little cheat sheet calendar I can share with you if you need it for like the best days to close to work around these holidays.
By the way, the entire atmosphere over at Cardinal since you've joined has completely changed, and I'm just so excited. You've given your total time to making sure everything's running perfectly over there, so thank you so much, Maryland and Virginia. Oh, what a great job having you in here. Thank you so much, Carrie.
Thank
It's meant
you.
a lot.
Thank
It's meant
you.
a lot. Wow.
We've said this one before as well, and it's just a quick because this was last Friday. If you're closing, like I know, forget about our semantics and schedules and all. If you've got a client, I would really try to. Everybody likes to just fall to the Friday or the last Friday of the month. I would really highly encourage you to push for that Wednesday or Thursday if they've got to be in the end. And it's not just because well we're busy, that's what I. No, it's why would I want to close on a day that every lender and the lenders around the room will shake their head yes too. It's like they've got 12 closing that day, or Cardinal's got 10 closing. There's so much room for something to go wrong, where if you get delayed, there be all sorts of other issues. If you're closing on the same day that everybody else is, but if you move a day or two up, now you're on the top of their piles as opposed to, okay, now there's a ton of stuff going. Or with Cardinal, you're fighting against, look, and we try to do our best, but if we've got one 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're very blessed that that's the case. But it's not the case all over. So if there's delays, now you've got lenders that are crushed with lots of stuff going on, title companies with lots of stuff going on, people want their keys.
Or if a settlement gets delayed an hour or so, it backs everything up.
So it's not going to be as big of an issue. I mean, I hope it is here, obviously, because I hope we're doing lots of stuff as you get in October, November, December. But we just kind of got through this, so it's a reminder to you, don't just fall on that August 29th, the last day of the month, or July 31st, or some of these that we've had, or that last Friday and last day. Really try to push it up, even Wednesday or Thursday of that last week can really help calm everybody's fears, because we all hope that we have the smooth closing where we walk in and then we walk back out, but sometimes it doesn't always work that way, right? And there's some kind of, your stress levels are going to go up tremendously if you're on that last Friday of the month. The second anything goes wrong, everybody else is stressed out because there's so much going on that day. So I really encourage you to move up in that week, at the end of any month, but especially those months, March to September, when it's a lot busier than the October to February months.
Yeah, good point. Very good point.
Madonna, wait for Erica to slowly saunter over there.
One of the things Margaret and I bring our selling clients to Cardinal no matter what. We do it every time. But at the end of the month, it's important that you do close on Tuesday or Wednesday, because if your buyer's closing on Friday, we have to give Cardinal Title time to get that package over to the buyer's closer.
Yeah.
So if you're not aware of that time frame in there, then you're worried about distribution of funds being delayed.
All the details become tougher, especially when people try to do splits. There's so many more split settlement companies now. You try to do that on the last day of the month, I mean, good night. I mean, that's just, you're asking for something to go wrong. We're going to do everything we can in our power, but you're asking for more and more problems when you're trying to close here at 11 in the middle of last day of Friday month, and 1 here, then...
Yeah, trying to coordinate that.
Yeah, Madonna, that's very wise.
So many more details.
What you do makes perfect sense. Don't have your seller sign on the settlement date. Have them sign a few days beforehand, because it gives enough time to get those documents back to the buyer's title company. It's so wise to do it that way, and I always suggest doing so.
Great point. Great
and
point.
Cardinal Mary is really good at reminding us when we forget that. So we are trying to do it automatically now.
Good.
Perfect.
Good point. I didn't realize that. It's a great point. All right. Anything else, guys? We do welcome split settlements. We'll take the seller side anytime we can get them. Thank you very much. That's very, very important to us. So if it is going to be split, boy, we'll take the seller side if you have the listing side. Thank you very much. Very good point. Thank you. Okay, anybody else? Any questions or comments? Donnie, Leslie, Mac, anybody? Carrie?
I think we got pretty much everything.
Got
now,
everything?
now after the meeting today, we're going to
Yes.
take a quick break. We do have a couple of speakers, and I don't have their names in front of me. There you do.
Oh,
Dallas
yes,
Beach.
yes, that's right.
Some NBA board candidates are going to be back. Now, the NVR committee from the convention, they've got some really cool selfie stuff, and you can post all online. So they've got some cool stuff. You can break here and take some pictures. You still here? Yeah. Yes, okay. So, yeah. Right.
I'm in.
Yeah. So they've got cool little boxes and all sorts of fun stuff. So I encourage you to come take some pictures with them. No, you don't have a box. I just made that up. Yeah, a cutout. That's what I meant. And you put your face in it, right? There you go. I saw it online somewhere on Facebook.
I'm sorry, we didn't even announce this. So we have our candidates here.
So that's separate. We got both everybody because everybody's coming. So this is we get some pictures taken, and then we have some candidates coming to speak in about 10 minutes or so after you take a break.
Well,
get
that's
some pictures,
wonderful.
Get a snack. So
we have lunch.
Lots of good stuff coming on.
Hold on, Mike.
Dallison Veach is here, and
There she
Rosemary
is.
Johnson.
There you go.
And compliments of them, we have lunch.
Oh, there you go.
all
Thank
right.
you.
So
Awesome.
do stick around. If it's
So we got lots of fun stuff
5 or
going
10
on. So I
minute
encourage you
break.
to stay around and do all these.
Good. Thank you very much, ladies. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for Cardinal Title and First Heritage. Thank you, everybody.